food is like your man. So, hey, keep watching.
United Tastes of America, Thursdays 8:30 on 4.
Welcome on, sir.
Now on 4, another irresistible combination of food and entertainment.
Hi, I'm Penny from Leicester.
And I'm Guy from London.
On Light Lunch's whiz banger of a show today, we're in the family way with Terry Wogan and son Mark.
Plus top pop babe Gina G.
Cue those sparkly titles.
Yo, the posse. Enough respect. I can do all that stuff. Too true. I was born to do this. It's that time again. Another Wednesday, which means another riveting 60 minutes with yours truly. Now, my first guests today are two women who are quite simply on the fringe of obscurity. So welcome Melanie Cockroach and Sue Porkpie. Welcome to our show. Welcome to this show. Welcome to my show. Great to have you with me here.
You're the man.
Now, first of all, we're going
You're
to...
the man, but you're not. This is not your show.
It's not your show,
Your
Terry.
show is rudely axed and El Dorado. El Dorado was put in its place.
Whatever happened to that?
Down the pan.
El Dorado. There seems to have been some kind of misunderstanding, Terry. You're actually our guest.
You're our
Okay?
Well,
So
no,
would you mind going
Would you
and
mind awfully,
making
just
yourself
20 minutes.
scarce? Just 20 minutes.
My agent will hear of
20
this.
minutes, I'm sorry.
Well, we've trouble over this, I'm telling you. I can't just be thrown off like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Wogan!
He's the man. Tell is the man.
The man is a god. That's better. Hello, I'm Mel.
And I'm Sue, and this is Light Lunch.
Will it be fireworks for you tonight, Sue?
Oh, it's getting a little bit personal, isn't it?
A nice juicy sausage or two.
Well, I always find that I just find that one sausage is quite enough, thank you.
Have you got a cold, my love?
I've got a very bad
Oh,
cold.
bless your heart.
I know.
Oh,
But it's good.
That's good.
Because I can be rubbish today, and I can blame it on the fact that I'm slightly bunged up, which is excellent news.
It's because you've got a good sort of Bonnie Langford sort of... Not Bonnie Langford, Bonnie Tyler. Bonnie Tyler. Sexy voice. Good call. Now, I only ask because as it's fireworks day today, we've got a real firecracker of a show. She's going to be doing that all the time now to get
sympathy. I'm trying to get your sympathy. Yeah. Our guest today... Thank you. Now, chill. Sympathy is different from harassment, OK? Now, our guests today are two men who happen to be father and son. It's Terry and Mark Wogan.
They're both tall, good-looking, debonair, chock full of Irish charm, and they both give great chat. That's why we say, Terry and Mark, like father, like son.
And if that's not all, performing her new single later in the show will be top Eurovision friend of Terry's, Gina G.
She's coming. Seriously, Terry Wogan is one of our all-time heroes, and we're very excited about him coming on the show. And in homage to him...
Mel and Sue on Light Lunch too.
Mel and Sue, we're here for you. And that was the sound of the James Last Orchestra playing Jerry Rafferty's Baker Street.
Nice of you listeners, or co-conspirators as 'twere, to join us on Woolly Hour. A whole 60 minutes of knitwear-inspired music and chat.
You little rogue. Well, now our regular feature, What on Earth Have I Got On? Where you, the listener, have to work out exactly what I'm wearing. Listen to the fibre quality. It's a relatively loose knit. It's slightly on the coarse side. You'd like to cast your mind, if you will, to an island, or a tributary, if you like.
Off the coast of Scotland.
Do you get it?
It's the sort of garment that might give the old radio jock a bit of itchity scratchety round the old neck.
But as those scallywag Oasis brothers, Liam and Noel, if you will, might say, you've got to roll neck with it.
Coming up to the news soon, don't forget you can catch us in vision, as 'twere, on Tank Top of the Pops tonight. Keep it snug. Keep it woolly.
All right, let's turn our ears, or lug holes, if you will, to the co-founders of the Jersey Beat. They're close friends of Furry Nelson. Yes, it's the Jeff Love Orchestra playing now. That's what I call Woolly 97. Take it away, boys. Goodbye.
Goodbye. So, if you'd like to speak to Wogan Senior or Wogan Junior, perhaps you'd like to ask Terry what his favourite jumper really is. Or maybe ask Mark, quite frankly, what it's like having Terry for a dad. Call in now on 09904 lunch if you have an alphabetical phone. That's 0990...
45.
Remember?
86.
Remember.
24.
The 5th of June, because that's my birthday.
And you then be 30 years old. There's no escaping that fact. Or you can fax us on 09902 lunch if you have them alphabetised. It's my cold, it's terrible. Isn't it? If you have an alphabetised fax, that's 0990...
25.
Ooh.
86.
Ah!
24.
Just a little bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit more. That's because Gina G's coming on. And now it's time to say ooh and ah, and quite frankly, swing to the band who are cheesier than a Hallmark greeting card. Yes, it's the band we know will keep Eurovision in Britain. It's Steve, Matt, Dylan and Dan. It's Fleetwood Macaroni!
Sorry, a little bit late. Now, what do you think happens when Richard and Judy don't have time to interview a top Hollywood superstar, eh? Perhaps Richard's too busy shopping, or Judy's having her hair done. Well, they send our first guest today to go and meet them instead. Yep, he's the smooth-talking, roving reporter from this morning, Mark Wogan. You're the most coordinated man in showbiz.
Really?
You've got beautiful shoes. You can't see them, but they're very, very good. Very
right,
shiny,
no?
very shiny trousers. Looking good. How you
Like
doing?
that? All right, that didn't wash very well, that one, did it?
It's a little bit on the thick side, actually.
A little bit hot.
Yeah, a little bit hot. But
Stay away from the steam, you'll be fine.
What are you cooking today?
Spaghetti gorgonzola en papillote we're doing.
So you ruddy are. Today we're having spaghetti gorgonzola en papillote. Yeah. Yes? Doesn't he?
What?
Yes?
What? Yeah. No.
Yes, you do.
No.
You do a little bit. Same eyes.
Really?
Yeah, sexy eyes.
Hey. Thanks.
OK. What are you going to do first?
Right, well, I thought I'd get the spaghetti on, actually.
Right.
Yeah, so we're just boiling water there.
Right.
Lift that lid off for me.
Is it hot? Can I touch?
It seems to be.
There we go.
Is that
that's
too hot
fine.
for you?
No,
Is that
that's
all right?
cool. That's fine.
Right, we'll get the spaghetti in. Boiling water. Into there.
Can we do a
Bit of
little bit of a
salt.
groovy thing with this?
Yeah, go on
You
then.
twist it round.
Yeah.
I have washed my hands, and you go like that.
And what?
It's like that.
Okay. Stunning.
I learnt that in Italy. Go like that.
Off
Just
who?
goes like that.
Right, so that's on, okay? Next thing is
Onion.
onion, right? Because
Onion.
you see the main ingredients in this are spaghetti and gorgonzola.
Right.
But also is a bit of onion, a bit of garlic, some cream and some parsley.
Yeah.
So I'm going to chop an onion for
I
you.
like this kind of few ingredients. It's
Yeah,
very simple,
just-
very strong.
Well, just low ingredients.
Good.
Easier to keep track
Yeah,
of.
good call.
So,
Off you go,
sharp
Mark.
knife.
What do you do with that onion then?
I'm going to dice it.
Okay.
Finely.
Okay.
So the way to do that is keep that bit on.
The
Right?
heel.
The heel.
The heel of the onion.
The hub.
The hub.
The hub, the heel. And just slice into it like that. Just go like that.
Do you have problems with the sort of teary eyes when you cook your onions? Cook your onions more?
Well, the trick is either to breathe through your mouth, because it all goes up your nose, you see, or wear a scuba diving mask,
OK.
because that would stop it.
My mum sometimes wears shades when she cooks
she?
her onions. Yeah.
I hope, with a bright light as well, though, because it could be quite dangerous. It could block your vision.
Yeah, OK.
All right. Right, chop into that. There we go, like that.
Do you cook for your dad quite a lot, Mark?
Not that much, mainly because my mum doesn't like me cooking in her kitchen, because she says I make a mess.
Oh, are you very messy?
Yeah.
Oh.
But, yeah, she doesn't like it too much. So anyway, in here, we've got
Is she a
pan.
good cook, your mum?
She's a very good cook.
Is she?
Taught me everything I know.
How about your dad? Is he a good cook?
No. No, not at all.
Really?
Yeah. But he'd admit that, I hope. No, he's useless.
You
in the
don't really
kitchen.
call your dad Fatty, by the way, do you?
No, of course
No,
not. Call him
okay.
Tubbs.
Tubbs Wogan.
Tubbs Wogan. There he is. It's just
Oh, a bit of onion flicked
There
over
we
there,
go.
don't you worry. That's
bit
fine.
of salt there, season that up. Because
cool.
we've got a bit of oil in that pan there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to sweat those off.
Right, sweating onions.
Bit
That's
more
going
than
well.
that.
It's all
We'll
going.
season that with a bit of pepper.
It's almost going too well.
Is it?
I think, yeah.
Better than rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your top tip?
My top tip. Which top tip? Oh, you'd like the pasta top tip?
Pasta top tip, Dolly.
Well, you see, the thing is, once that's boiled, right, what you want to do is drain that off into cold water, right? Completely stop the cooking process, cool it down completely.
Right.
Because that way, when you come to heat it through in the sauce again,
Yeah.
and it goes cold on the plate, it
Yeah.
won't stick together.
Right.
Yeah, you got all that?
I think so.
Excellent.
Did you get all that? Anyways.
Just putting the garlic in there.
Good call. Good.
Went over there. Excellent.
That's a disaster.
You pluck
Okay,
that.
let's
You
just
pluck
get that out
Put
of
that
there
in
and
there.
put that in there.
There we go.
Okay.
Lovely.
His mum's right. He's a very, very messy cook. Now, Sue, you know I can't stand it when people on chat shows endlessly plug things.
No, I totally agree. I utterly agree. And that is why I would never go on television just to mention this. This is Stench de Sue Perkins, the new Parfum de Croydon, available from Woolies, BHS, Argos and all other good stores. Only $3.99 a litre. I think it represents quality and good value. Thank you. I'd never do that thing. Never do. Any takers? You don't know what it smells like. I do. It's my stench, but that's enough of that. I'm here with Alex. How are you doing, Alex?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you.
Do you have a cold, Alex?
No, I don't. I just normally talk like this.
Would you like a cold, eh? Would you like one?
Hello.
Only through the power of germs I can give you one. Just like that. Just like that. I can infect anybody. There you go. Now, you've made an amazing bonfire cake. Look at this.
I have.
It's astonishing. What's going on here, then? Take us through it.
Well, it's sponge with chocolate fudge icing
Excellent.
and 16 flake bars.
That's a lot of flake bars. And how long does it take to make?
3 days.
3 days.
How many hours is that?
So by the time you put the last rocket into place, the cake was now inedible and rotting from the inside. And there's a little guy there and
There is
everything.
indeed, yeah.
Little cute little guy.
Don't touch the food.
No, I won't. Don't touch the merchandise, Alex, I say. Now, you work for BT, don't you?
I do, yes, for my sins.
So who's manning the phones today, then? What's going on there?
I don't know, some Ian bloke, I don't know.
Have
We've
you
got
chat
him
to
in.
Sicky?
No.
No.
Dream of it.
Quick, cover his face. No one to see. Quick, he's here illegally. Alex, that's an amazing cake.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
very
bringing it in.
much.
Cheers. Now, hello there. Can I ask you to... Actually, I'm not going to ask you to move. I'm going to just perch down here for a little bit. Hello. What's your name?
Lindsay.
Hooray, Lindsay. And?
Emily.
And where are you both from?
North London.
North London and? The same?
Yep.
Now, what have you brought in today? You brought in an unusual thing, haven't you?
I've got a flag, which is supposed to say light lunch on it.
But in fact, it just says the name of a well-known supermarket, which we'll probably have to take off. They're getting a very good shot of the top of your head there.
We did make it.
You did make it. That's cool. It's that kind of
It
marshmallow
does actually
and
say light lunch and cherries, but...
in Sanskrit, which is good. Unfortunately, I don't have knowledge of Sanskrit, but it looks excellent. Now, can I look at your nails? Can you show? Right, can we pick these up? You sort of slightly tilt them down. You know, so Sue, light lunch. They're very cute. They're cool. Oh yes. But I'm very ill though. Oh, very ill. That's why I'm telling bad jokes. How long did the nails take?
About 3 hours.
There's a 3-hour theme to this show, isn't there? So kind of preparing well in advance.
Yes.
This looks fantastic. Thanks for bringing it in. OK, I'm going to sit next to you, and I'm also going to touch your knee in a sort of Wogan type way. Just touch Wogan's knee. For me, it's just an excuse to grab a young lad and just, do you like to touch my knee, make an old lady happy? Done the business, young man. Now, what have you brought in today?
I've brought a French stick with... Go.
What kind of world is it where French stick gets a woo? You're underprivileged, you audience.
It had a mixture of lettuce, cucumber, crushed chocolate biscuits, mayonnaise, Branston pickle, anything I could find in the fridge.
Lovely. So just everything you saw got chucked in?
Just shoved it out. And
it's all gone wrong, hasn't it?
It's all gone completely wrong.
Can we just point in and see what's happened to this? It's just a mess.
Well, it's a mess, you know. It's just got to chew into it.
Oh, no! I don't want to know. Oh, there's a hair coming out of it. I don't want to know what's in your fridge. Can I just say as well that the audience every day get £3 to they can buy the soiled baguette of their choice. And today they've all donated their £3 to children in need. So thank you to all of you. God bless you all. A lot of knee touching. A lot of knee touching. I'm going to progress from the knee. That's another story. Well, I said to you, Mel, have you ever seen Terry in Auntie's Bloomers?
No, but I've seen Mark in his mum's cami knickers, though. Oh, yes.
Yes, OK.
I'm here with the charmer, Mark Wogan, and we're doing spaghetti, we are.
I thought that was Nigel Havers.
Nigel Havers?
Wasn't he the charmer?
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry, carry on.
What next, you saucy devil?
I'm making the sauce, funnily enough.
Hey, saucy sauce.
Now,
what have you put in there?
We've sweated off our onions and garlic, seasoned it with a bit of salt and pepper, and I've just added some double cream to that. And I'm just bringing it to the boil.
Why double, then? Why double?
I like
Single
fat
not good
things. No, you see, you can't use single if you're going to boil it, because it will split.
Ah, good top tip. He's full of top tips,
Now,
Mark.
if you want to use something with slightly lower fat, you can use whipping cream, though.
Right, OK.
OK?
Now, for this recipe, it's something on papillote.
Yeah.
What exactly is the sort of papillote bit?
The papillote bit is this, right? Which is, I'm going to make a little bag out of this.
Right.
Yeah. OK, but the reason for papillote is this. Hold on, I'll show you now.
Oh. Are you trying to tell me something, Mark?
No.
Good. It's a little heart. I've taken your heart away. I've taken it away.
Or a few little wings.
Oh, angel wings.
Hence the papillote bit, you know, butterflies, that sort of thing.
Fantastic. Right, OK,
so I've boiled,
cool.
Anyway, my cream's gone to boil. Next thing I'm putting in some gorgonzola.
Right.
Which is delightful smelling cheese.
Yes, that's lovely.
And I'm just going to crumble that in. OK, that crumbles in.
That's fine.
Here, you have a bit. You crumble it
Can
too.
I crumble a little bit in?
Yeah, do. It makes your hand smell great.
OK.
Crumble and just stir that around. I've taken that off the heat because I don't want the cheese to go too... Here, give me that.
Yeah.
I
Very
don't want the
messy
cheese.
cook, Mark
Don't want
Wogan.
the cheese to get too stringy. Speak to my mother about it.
OK.
Stir that, right?
Look, you've got my hairs all over
I know,
you
it's
there.
your jumper's coming off on me.
Very good jewellery, though, Mark.
Do you like
that bracelet a lot.
Dog
Lovely.
bones.
Ooh.
Yeah, dog bones.
Okay.
Not real ones, silver ones.
Okay.
So you just melt that cheese down in there.
Okay, thanks.
Like that.
Right.
Toss a little fresh chopped parsley in there.
Right.
Just for colour.
Lovely.
Just for colour.
OK.
And then we pour it over.
This is now cold
That's
spaghetti.
cold. Cold spaghetti.
It's had cold water running through it, apparently.
Right, put
That's
that
very good.
on it, right, like that.
OK.
Just give it a mix through, get the sauce all over it.
Lovely.
Ugh.
What are you just going,
Where'd you get them from?
Can I ask you a little bit of a personal question, Mark Wogan?
Go on, then.
Have you been going to the gym since I last saw you?
I've lost a little weight,
Yeah,
yes.
you have. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're looking V, trim and firm.
That's very kind of you to say. It was just because first time I saw myself, I made the mistake of watching myself on TV.
Don't want to do that,
Big
mate.
mistake.
It's a crushing blow.
And I just thought, you fat git, lose some weight. So I did. Right, tongs. I need my tongs for this bit.
It's a tonguing moment.
Tonguing moment. Tongue in cheek, or tongue in... No, sorry. And I'm just putting that in the middle there. Like
There
that.
you go, my love.
And I just fold me other half over.
OK.
And then I seal it up.
It's going to be a little bit of a sort of airtight sack.
Yes.
I feel.
We've got to make it airtight.
Right.
Because you want, you know...
No holes.
No holes.
OK.
No holes. You want all the flavours to stay in.
How long does this go in the oven for, then?
About
this little
15
papillote?
minutes. About
15.
190 degrees C, whatever that is in gas mark. No idea.
I've no idea. No, I've absolutely no idea. 200 gas mark?
Gas.
No, 6,
no,
7.
they only go 1 to 9.
Oh, for Pete's sake. What is it, 5, 4?
I don't know, it's
Please
probably
tell
about
me.
5. It's probably about 5.
Come to the oven, Mark. Come with me.
Over we go.
What's your top tip, my love?
Put it in the oven.
Good.
No. Make sure.
Mark Wogan's top tip. Put it in the oven.
Otherwise it'd be cold.
Excellent.
There we go.
Please, short and sweet. Join us up.
Stop doing
Join
that.
us after the
You're scaring
break.
me now.
When I've gone mad, when we'll be having a good crack with the King of Blarney, the man who, during his time as host of Wogan, interviewed over 4,500 guests. What's he really like?
Excellent.
Is he a good man?
I love him to bits.
All right, yes, we're going to be meeting Mark's dad himself. Oh, Terry Wogan. Plus the woman, yes, plus the woman who put the ooh into your ooh vision. Gina G, see you in 3.
heart out.
Keep
Look at
it
those legs.
live.
Keep it real now. Welcome back to Light Lunch. In a few minutes, we're going to sit down to a father and son bonding lunch with Terry Wogan and his little nipper Mark. It's a Light Lunch exclusive because they've never, ever appeared on television together before.
Plus, Gina G, as you've never seen her before. She's been here since 7 this morning getting ready, and she looks pretty fantastic. But first, we've been literally a wading and a wallowing in today's newspapers, and 1 or 2 stories caught us by the short and curlies.
First up, British Airways is introducing a curry with a difference on its flights. They claim their chicken tikka masala won't cause turbulence in your nether regions.
But for those of you who still want the full-on curry experience, don't despair. Proper curry will still be available.
At check-in, passengers will be asked if they want to sit in farting or non-farting. It feels so good to say that on daytime television, doesn't it?
Good.
I'm a child and I love it.
Clint Eastwood's latest ex-wife has come out with a kiss-and-tell biography, following Clint's own revelations that he was a sex-crazed fanatic.
I know it.
The new book... You know it.
I know it. That's all I'm saying.
The new book confirms that Clint's Dirty Harry was every which way and very loose.
The Spice Girls have been described as the Antichrist, an insult which has been taken very, very badly and could well lead to legal action by the Antichrist himself.
A report by Lady Howe for the Broadcasting Standards Commission has said that children's TV is dominated by cartoons.
When we tried to interview Lady Howe, she was incapacitated after swallowing a hot iron, being hit on the head by a lamppost, tripping over a 10-foot piece of spaghetti,
and falling into a raging volcano inhabited by man-eating sharks. Her only comment to us was, "That's all, folks."
Now we off with you. You little slapper. Off you go.
I'm
Off you go. Couldn't think of anything intelligent to say, so I just get on with an insult.
Slapper?
Go and dish up the lunch.
I'm trying to work on my posture, by the way. This is my posture for the week. Is that good?
That's mine.
Yours is very good.
No.
Very good posture, straight as a die at the back. Good call, Mark. This is Mark Wogan. Remind us what we're doing, Mark. What have we done? What have we done?
Oh, yeah. We cooked some spaghetti.
Yeah.
And then we covered it in a cream and gorgonzola and onions
Double
and garlic.
Cream, the single cream splits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sweat your onions off,
Sweat
nice
your
and
onions,
soft.
yeah.
And then we put it all in a bag and stuffed it in the oven.
Beautiful.
Good. Would you like? You want to get it out?
Shall we see what's happened in the
I'm
oven?
going to put a fish on my hand.
Okie dokes.
There we go. Listen.
It's sort of crackling.
It's crackling.
It's like a sort of present, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's a little
It's
present.
like Christmas.
I've beautifully arranged a little rocket on a plate here because I just thought the tinfoil might look a bit duff on its own.
Okay.
All right.
Rocket for fireworks night.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay.
Good evening.
Okay. Now, and I just place it on there like that.
Look at this. This is
It's incredible,
brilliant.
isn't it? But there's
Wow.
a little more to it than that. We just split the bag open.
Oh, wow.
Now, over. Accept the aroma.
It's accepted, though. It's well and I've embraced it. That is
Look at
brilliant.
that.
Well
Look at
done,
that.
Mark.
You like that?
Whoa. Round of applause. Be good. Now, I'm going to give out... It smells really good, Mark.
Surprised myself.
Considering. Now, I'm going to give out the recipe details now in a special tribute to Terry Wogan. Band, please. Let's give them a bit of time to just do the intro. Good. If you like a copy of Mark's recipe, please send a message. It was a pre-post lunch, but please state which recipe you'd like. Tune into Fortel on page 330, or you can find us on the World Wide Web. Type the Channel 4 site on the World Wide Web at the internet. Oh dear. Cheers, lads. Cheers for your support for what was a very, very poor rendition of the Floral Donut.
No.
Now, Mark, thank you so much, though. But you're coming with me to the table, aren't you? Yes?
Oh, I get to eat.
Oh, yeah.
I never eat my own
around the
cooking,
table.
though.
Do you not?
No, it's terrible stuff.
Okay. Right, thank you very much, Mark, for that. And, band, are you hungry?
Yes.
Audience, would you be hungry? Yes! Then let's eat lunch!
Hey, now the moment we've all been waiting for. Yes, It's the man who's had his knee touched by more celebrities than times I've daydreamed about going on a date with Andrew Gammon. You won't know who Andrew Gammon is. He's my accountant, and I fancy him. OK, forget Chris... Slightly prosaic, that comment. OK, forget Chris Evans, forget Zoe Ball. This is the person we love to wake up to in the morning. It's Mark's dad, Terry Wogan.
Terry!
Yo!
He's chilling.
I know
He's
that's...
dread.
OK. Yo. And stuff.
Welcome. Mark has prepared a sack for you.
Yes, he was always one of the great silver paper cooks of our time. Listen, if I had to hear any more, I was... Although you'll find this hard to believe, I was out of the back enjoying that stuff you were doing. And,
you were on your own.
And if I have to hear again about people touching me knee, that used to drive me spare. Because what would happen when anybody...
Sorry, I was just... Sorry to interrupt. Carry on, carry on.
Do we spare
I hope
it?
your son doesn't do that to you when you're talking on the television in the years to come. Sorry, that was a fatherly thing to do.
Yeah.
Anyway...
Back to the knee,
they used
Terry.
to, everybody who appeared on the show from time to time, they were told, now don't forget, the manager would say, because they tend to talk like that, don't forget, Clint, when you're on, touch his knee, because everybody's supposed to do that. And it used to drive me crazy,
What, you're saying you didn't like Sophia Loren touching your knee?
No. No.
That is highly controversial.
Well, it is, yes.
The woman's a stunner.
I'm doing my best for you. And, yeah, but she's Italian. And she's too big for me. And she's too young for me.
Now, what do you think...
And how are you supposed to eat this?
I don't know. I think we'll...
You need about 10 generations of money behind you to eat this.
Let's check this out.
Well,
your son made this.
Yeah, I did. Isn't that good? Do you like that?
Wow.
You're right.
It's not like you.
Thanks.
He's very good. Would you...
It's very good.
Would you
That's
describe yourself...
everybody else eating out there. They are, yeah.
They are. They're all tucking in.
You brought your own lunch. That's really mean, isn't it? So cheap.
They bring in top stuff like cakes and everything. It's brilliant.
Would anyone like
Yeah, but
some
they
of
have to
this?
cook it themselves.
Do you think they'd like some of this?
I think
Mark's offering his pappy out.
I don't eat my own food.
Can I just say, Terry,
That's
the
not without
audience
its
have
own
given all their
significance.
money, but they get given £3 each to buy their own packed lunch, and they've given all their money to children in need today.
Fantastic. Well done.
Yeah, they're all stars.
Thank you.
Clap the audience.
That is terrific. Well done, the audience. Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Big hand.
What's going
Big
on
hand
with
for the small audience.
this year's Children in Need? Is there any fantastic things we can look
Well,
forward to?
we made a phenomenal 18.7 million on the night last year.
It's amazing.
Which was incredible, and with the greatest amount for about 5 or 6 years, I suppose, and we hope we'll do as well this year. But the great thing about it, it's a kind of widow's mite charity. BBC regulations.
Now,
No regulations
somebody
allowed that.
bypassed the sort of learning how to eat phase of your childhood development.
BBC regulations don't allow commercial plugs and things like that, so you can't get the big battalions in.
Yeah.
You can't say, here is ICI with a cheque for 500,000 quid. So you have to rely on people gathering their £50 or their 50p's.
Sure.
And they do every year. They don't need any kind of incentive from me. They just go ahead and do it, and it's fantastic. I'm just the gob on the stick who comes out on the television on the night, along with Gabby Roslin, and we just say, here isn't that was, but it's the people who do all that.
Have you got any good comedic items lined up this time? Have you got
No, it's going to be the same as every year.
just the same stuff.
The same old stuff, yeah. Say, well, what do you want? It's charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, charity.
Would you describe yourself as a close family? Is the Wogan family a tight-knit one?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd say it makes the Cosa Nostra look widespread.
We're hard to break into.
You're the Cozy Nostra.
Yeah, Cozy Nostra.
Cozy
Have
Nostra.
you been preparing that?
It took me 2 weeks to work on that pun.
Yeah, it's
good.
good.
It was okay in its own
Cheers.
way.
What's it like having
fun.
Terry as your dad? Like at school
Easy, lad,
sports
easy.
day.
Okay.
Take us through.
It's really great, actually.
Oh, well done, Mark.
And, no, I don't know any different. He's always been my dad.
He has always been your dad.
I haven't known, I didn't know him any other than the man you see before you here.
Has it ever been difficult, because he's so famous?
Yeah.
Did kids at school sort of talk
God, I
about him or
love
pick
coming
on you?
here.
They picked on me, yes, relentlessly, and
They were just jealous, that's why.
I've been scarred
Yeah, you have.
by it. Or,
Tell the truth,
And rightly
little
so.
right, yes, I deserve
I
it.
used to say to him, as I said to all my children, for goodness sake, when somebody, young fella or girl comes up to you in the schoolyard and says, I saw your father on the television last night. He was absolute rubbish. The worst thing I've ever seen in my whole young life.
And they did.
And they would, of course, because they were no fools.
Exactly.
And then
Discerning
they would
viewers.
come up, you know, I said, when they do that, you just agree with them. You say, boy, you want to live with him. And because my other children could do that, but your man is like the Antichrist, you know, when he's out. And you mean, it was straight for bang in the mouth. And
I never raised a fist to anyone.
he had one.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Glossing over.
Yeah.
Glossing over.
Quickest fists in the home counties.
What was Mark like as a kid? Was he sort of well-behaved and messy?
He was what they call a classic second child. You know, the
Middle
second,
child
the second
syndrome.
You took the words from my mouth, and I wish you would, because I'm here as a guest. Okay?
Terry shamed me.
You know, come on. And no, it's okay.
I'm going to bury my face in some
It's okay. But so he was the second child. So it was a constant roar for attention. Really, that's what second children are like. Well, like second children in the audience.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it's like. You're like that, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk afterwards.
Yeah.
We'll have a group.
Exchange anti-father stories.
We'll have a group.
Did he try and sort of make an exhibition of himself to get attention?
Yeah, he would, but yeah, he still does. He still does. I mean, I didn't encourage him to do this for a living, to appear on the television. What a life! I mean, do your mother and father, did they know what you do for a living?
Yes, they do.
I'm so grateful that my mother has passed on, and doesn't see me doing this kind
Why
of
not?
stuff.
She'd be really proud of you.
No, she wouldn't. She'd think, God, is that what I paid for his education for? And it's the same thing. I mean, it's so precarious in existence. You can't possibly encourage your children going into this.
So what did you encourage Mark to do?
Be happy.
Yeah.
No, I never encourage you to be happy.
Oh, no,
be obedient.
Yes,
I said
be obedient.
Yeah, that's right.
And do as you're told.
But you wanted to be happy.
Yes, exactly.
It's not a child's place to be happy.
I'm
okay?
sorry to go against you.
Just do what you're
But
told.
I'm sorry I've ended up
Still
happy.
arguing.
Sorry.
How does this work?
You just squizzle it around.
Just do that. He likes the salt.
It's really very good,
No,
this.
he likes a lot of salt.
Salt is terribly good for you.
Yeah, so I
It does,
Fires the arteries.
Salt,
It's lovely.
salt opens up the brain cells.
Really, you might want to chuck some of it my way, maybe.
And the
Give it over
kidneys.
here.
Yeah, have a little
Yeah,
salt.
go for it.
Do you know, if you don't eat enough salt, you get cramp in bed. That's why, you know, when you wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, your whole leg is locked. You go, you have to put it on the ground. That's because you haven't got enough salt in your body.
Oh, I'll bear that in mind.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Quickly.
When I get terrified leg cramps, more salt.
More salt.
Did
There
you,
you go.
I
what was it
didn't
like
do all
when,
that training to be a medical man for that. You finished yours. You're a savage.
My sack's empty.
empty sack, go to the rocket underneath.
Okay.
You can have the
Oh,
contents
no.
of my sack
I'll
anytime.
go. I don't want to empty your sack, thanks. I'll have the. I'll eat the rocket.
But papillote.
What's it like when you were little and you were bringing like girlfriends home to your dad? What was that kind of like? Was it
I
scary?
used to pay him to do that, bring girlfriends home to me.
No,
But only when his mother was out.
stop now. No, he always used to say, you can
quite
bring
good.
anyone home as long as they're not ugly.
Oh, that's nice.
Which sort of set a criteria.
So
really.
personality not big on your list then?
No brains,
Women?
personality, don't mean anything.
No,
Education, no.
it's looks and
It's to do
set,
with
isn't
looks
it?
and legs,
Yeah.
really. It's
Yeah.
do
Ankles,
more or less
mainly.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ankles.
A well-turned ankle is a good thing.
Very nice.
So,
He brought home too many women. He was bad for my morale.
but he's the most eligible bachelor now. He's
Yeah, you can't believe the stuff that you read in these magazines.
I believe
Come on,
everything
for
I read.
goodness sake. You're turning into Tara Palmer Tompkinson in front of my very eyes.
Please.
That's a little bit.
I know how to flatter a girl, don't I?
I'm feeling so much better about myself now. She's a good egg, actually.
If you
so.
couldn't be Tara Palmer Tompkinson, who would you like to be?
Don't know.
Remind me never to have you on a talk show. You're like Anne Bancroft.
Oh, she was a killer.
Sorry, got a little bit of cheese.
Don't you find that attractive?
That's fine. It's lovely. A little nod of cheese there.
Sorry,
No, that was my cold sore.
sorry. It's gone now, though. It'll be
He's
scarred.
trying to hide it with some
Doesn't half
cheese.
hurt, no.
Was Anne Bancroft your worst guest?
Yes, she
all
was.
the Wogan years?
Yes, she was.
Why was
And you
she-
can forget about George Best being as drunk as a skunk. Anne Bancroft, my questions slowly got longer and longer, and her answers got more brief and more brief. And the very first question, she came out, I could see her eyes had glazed over. And she came out walking across the stage, counting, going, 1, 2, 3, obviously counting her steps,
Mad.
in case she fell over. And she sat down, and I said, well, of course you're married to Mel Brooks, great comedic talent, wonderful producer, and you yourself, an outstanding actress. And I went on for some minutes and said, I imagine I said that when you get together, there's a great deal of cross-fertilization of productive and creative ideas. And she said, no.
No.
And it went downhill from there.
Oh, wow.
She was difficult, very difficult, I thought.
Well, you must get people on like that. Well, you probably don't because you've got an engaging way about you.
Well,
I don't have that engaging way.
We've certainly never had anyone come on and count, you know, which must be quite unnerving.
No, I was sitting in the dressing, in makeup. Surprisingly, I occasionally use makeup. So I was there in the makeup. And then she walked and she burst into tears. Now, that's not encouraging.
Oh, no. What,
you don't feel that you don't feel it's going to go awfully well.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. Mark, what's your favourite moment of your dad on TV?
Favourite moment? I think it was the first ever Wogan.
First ever?
Yes.
Was it well exciting?
It was well exciting, and he came out to do his opening bit and fell over.
So good.
That was a great moment.
Proud moment for me.
It was a classic
Propped
moment.
up by Elton John.
Actually, we should have quit there.
We're going to have a look at that, actually, a little bit later. But please join us after the break when top pop babe Gina G will be here wearing an outfit which I can only describe as being just a little bit sexy and a little bit saucy. She'll be bringing in her favourite pudding for us and performing her brand new single. So we'll all see you in 3.
Okay.
Join us tomorrow on Light Lunch when we'll be crewing up with the stars of top BBC series Airport. We have Jeremy from Aeroflot, Anita from VIP, Duty Officer Michelle, plus Todd from Sweet Valley High.
At Curry's now, the White Christmas sale and the biggest choice of Dyson clean.
Become dry.
Welcome back to the lightest lunch on British television. That's Light Lunch, and this is Channel 4.
Hey, so, little Melly, I'm afraid, my love, I have to usher you away. I have to ask you to leave.
Good evening.
Because I have got a lady on her way that is pudding-tastic. Now, you remember Eurovision, yeah? You remember lots of Europeans crammed in one small space, yeah? You remember rooting for England? OK, well, I'm telling you, this woman, she gave the Eurovision Song Contest a boot up the backside. She made it the pop-tastic competition it is now. I own the CD, she's a pop babe. Give it up for Gina G! Breathe. Gina, ooh, ah, just a little bit G. How you doing?
I'm great, actually.
This hair is phenomenal, if I may say.
Well, actually...
7 in the morning. It was worth getting up for.
5 o'clock, actually.
5. I usually get in for 3 for the sort of the facial reconstruction work.
Well, I had to wait for it to grow, you see.
We've used time-elapsed photography so that Gina's hair grows.
I'm one of those Barbie dolls, you know, you just press my belly button and it grows. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting
Barbie
feat.
being...
You don't want to tell too many people about that. They'll try and merchandise you or whatever. Now, this is a sort of... It's a sort of aquamarine catsuit you're wearing for us today.
Well, no, actually, it's a pants and a top.
Just pants, Gina?
Just pants, yeah.
Is that sort of American pants, or is that English pants?
Oh, that's an Australian term. Right, here it's underwear, right?
Yes, pants means knickers here. And we're not having crackers on this show, it's a daytime show.
I've been known to wear knickers before, yes.
Well, you're in pop. They wear pants and bras in pop a lot. That's why, unfortunately, my career in show business is going to be sadly curtailed. Not a nice sight. Now, what have you made for us today, Gina?
Right. This is my mother's recipe for... What is it called? Bread and butter pudding.
What is it called?
What is it called? I forgot for a minute.
Brown bread, what's going on there?
The important ingredient is the brown bread because, I'll tell you why, I was brought up on brown bread, skim milk, and all the things organic that you can have.
How dreadful.
I know, how boring. Mum, where are you?
Mum, she's down there.
Mum, it's your fault. So, basically, you make a normal custard. You pour the milk over... Pour the custard over the bread.
Yeah.
Put a little sugar and raisins, and there you have it.
Fantastic. That looks great.
Bake for 40 minutes.
You bake for 40 minutes,
very
absolutely.
important.
Now, can I just say, you was robbed at Eurovision.
We was robbed.
You had a swag bag of talent and someone just took it away.
I know.
And I'm not pleased with that.
Nobody was pleased.
But
Were they?
No, I mean, should Gina G have won Eurovision? Yes! But was it some consolation that the single reached #1 after that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Consolation prize. Maybe if I hadn't have won, I wouldn't be standing here right now.
Of course you would. You
Yes,
with your extensions and everything.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be singing a single towards the end of the show.
Yes.
What's that called?
It's called Every Time I Fall, and it's the 6th single off the album, and it's the last one. We've been saving the best for last.
Fantastic. And you're working on a new album.
I'm working on a new album at the moment, yeah.
Now, what is this space thing that you're doing? You're doing some space alien-y thing.
Well, this is the whole hair and the chair thing, which you'll see later. The video is actually I'm an alien in a bubble, sitting in this chair, and I've got this gorgeous guy who's a scientist.
A scientist?
Not very often I have gorgeous guys after me, believe me.
We're supposed to believe the hunk is a scientist. Have you met scientists
He's
in
a
the
mad
UK?
scientist.
Is it? They're all specky with it, and I love them, but, you know, they're not lookers, most of them, the ones I've met.
Well, this one is.
You've got a scientific hunk in space.
Mm-hmm. And he's a doctor as well, and he's trying to work out what I am, and I'm trying to work out what he is. And
that's illegal in some countries.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to hear the single. I have the CD of Ooh Ah just a little bit.
You do?
And I think I'm
Throw
going
it
to be
away.
chasing the new one. No! Pop icon you. No, little Mel. Did you know that Terry's from Limerick?
Which is probably why he's so slick.
He's the king of the chat.
There's no doubting that.
The lovable, cheeky old brick.
Excuse me, I'm going to be sick.
With me in the lounge is the lovely Terry Wogan, who earlier said that guests touching his knee used to drive him crazy, but that he's a sucker for a well-turned ankle. And Mark Wogan, who denied that he looked like his dad, but agreed that they share the same sexy eyes.
That's absolute
You
rubbish.
do,
He
lads.
looks nothing like me.
You do.
No. No, please.
Now, Terry, we've done a bit of Eurovision research, okay? Here, can I just tell you this? Here are just a few of your classic...
I've never heard such nonsense in my life. How can you possibly research the Eurovision?
Here are just a few of your classic comments, okay? Watch out for the backing singers. I think they got dressed in the dark. It's going to be a long evening. Put the kettle on, mother. And remember that, Terry? Remember
You had to
that?
be
The
there,
kettle
you had to
comment?
be there.
And she looks like she escaped from the Latin American section of Come Dancing. Who did you say that about?
Well, I mean, you hope that they're not going to take it personally. But in fact, a lot of people take the Eurovision very seriously. All over Europe, they do.
Totally. It's an institution.
Yeah, but it is an institution, a bit like Colney Hatch used to be. Do you remember that Home for the Bewildered?
Tony Hatch.
No, Colney. Well, he's more or
Connie
less the
Hatch.
same kind of thing,
Yes.
really, if you discount Jackie Trent. Where were we? Anyway,
Institutions.
it's a kind of, yeah. We all know it's rubbish. Everybody in Britain knows it's rubbish, but it's classic rubbish.
It's not.
It's
is it?
Yes, it is. It's sort of, you know, you have postmodern stuff. Well, this is post-Napoleonic War rubbish. But it's kind of such rubbish that it's good.
But Gina G was tip-top, though. I think she was robbed.
She was too good for it.
Gina G was
you see,
robbed.
she's too good for it. She had a big hit with it. The song was I thought wrong for the Eurovision because it was too good, too up-tempo. You see,
Too 90s,
How can you expect a Turkish jury to
You
vote
and the
for that
Turkish
kind of
jury,
thing?
Terry. You've got a thing about the Turkish jury,
No,
haven't
I
you?
haven't at all, but the Turkish jury gets no votes from anybody. Now, the Greeks always vote for the Cypriots, and the Cypriots always vote for the Greeks.
Yeah.
And neither of them ever vote for the Turks. And it goes like that. That's the way it goes. But you can imagine, you see, it's a great idea in theory.
Yeah.
But in practice, it's silly to imagine
Are
that
you-
an Icelandic jury is
Yeah.
going to be able to respond to
Yeah.
something from Israel, and
Yeah.
vice versa.
Are you going to be hosting Birmingham, then? Will we hear
That
your
has always
dulcets?
been a major ambition of mine to host Birmingham and carry it off somewhere as far away as possible. But in the fullness of time, we'll see. I don't know. They may not make the appalling mistake of putting me in front of the camera because that
Right.
would drive the viewers away in the millions. They're hoping for a big audience for this.
Right, so
And I may not have the right frock. It could be anything.
keep Terry live, keep him in Eurovision. Perky!
Oh.
Pudding!
Gina G's pudding.
Hooray!
Would you like a lot?
Hooray.
Would you like just a little bit?
Is there
Hooray
no
for
limit
that.
to this girl's talent?
Gina
Just a
G's
little bit.
bread
Hey.
butter pudding.
Hey, she doesn't
Especially
fool
for
around
you.
with the pudding.
Cheers, my love.
doesn't.
Now, the phones are apparently literally buzzing.
Are we
Please,
going on?
people.
Are we going on to lunch after this?
We're going full lunch.
Yeah, we'll do lunch.
Okay, we're going to queues of people waiting to talk to both of you, so we're going to go to line one.
Well, they can
Alan.
clear off.
Alan on line one.
I've got a question for Terry Wogan.
This is one for Terry.
What?
And it's for that man, Terry Wogan, right there. I want to know why he has such a downer on radio announcers and Mystic Meg.
It's entirely acceptable and understandable why I would have a down on radio announcers. Radio announcers are, without question, the scum of the earth.
No, Terry, don't mince your words. Say what you mean.
Yeah, no,
Say
it's
what you
time
mean.
it was said. It was high time it was said. I think I recognise that voice. That, in fact, is the voice of the balls. Deadly Allen Coat.
It's the big money balls himself.
Deadly Allen Coat, all over the place like a cheap suit. And that's why nobody likes them. Nobody likes you, do you hear? Nobody. Not even Bob Monkhouse
Don't
likes you.
take
Now,
it.
that's saying something.
We love you.
We love you, Alan.
And Dale Winton. Yeah.
This from the man with whom I did nude bungee jumping in the early hours of the morning.
You don't have any footage of that, do you, Alan?
You're mixing me up with Carol Smelly again. Look, if you could, incidentally, if you two would just change your names to Carol, you could have a career in television.
I know, Dolly.
So we've been told.
The two Carols. Boy.
Now, look, Alan, I'm so sorry that
Clear
you
off,
chose
Alan,
to
will
be
you clear
offensive.
off?
We'll say goodbye, take care.
I've come a long way to do this.
Interfere with my radio program. You want to stick your nose in here? Get out of it.
I just wanted the food. I want the food. Give me the food.
Craig, I'd like to talk to us, Craig. By the magic of wires, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hello,
Loud and clear. Hiya.
Hiya. Who's your question for?
Yeah, can I ask Mark something?
Okay.
I'd like to know whether your dad had any really annoying habits.
He sounds like a guy whose father has annoying habits.
Now, I think we can actually display one of these now.
Go on then.
Give my father a toffee and watch him eat it.
Go on, Terry.
Go on, Terry.
Listen.
I'm going to take that challenge.
Listen to him eat it. In fact.
I'm going. Now I hate that.
One of the great
really
lip smackers of our time.
I make no noise eating sweets. All right.
Terry, show us the sweets
It's
you're
all
eating.
in
Wait
the
for
ear of
this.
the beholder.
Oh, wait for this.
Craig, what kind of habits has your father got?
Oh, no, I don't think I could stand live TV.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Terry, you've got your answers. Thank you for all
Can I
our
just
phone
say one last
questions now. The pop star who holds the record for
What was
appearing
wrong with that?
on Top of the Pops, singing the same song more times than anyone else.
Oh, you really
Today,
reckon?
she's singing her brand new single, Every Time I Fall. Please give it up for Gina G if she can cope with the sound of Terry's lip smacking. It's Gina G.
Lovely.
Every time I fall for your eyes, like the raindrops fall from the sky. Every time I hear your name in this love again, there is something in the way your eyes talk to me, just as if they seem to say, stay with me, babe. Just as if they seem to say, stay with me. Every time I fall for your eyes, like the raindrops fall from the sky. Every time I hear your name in this love again. All I need is to express it all. My head goes listen when I hear myself confess my weakness. When I hear myself confess, you are my weakness. Every time I fall for your eyes, like the raindrops fall from the sky. Every time I hear
It's time to say thank you to Gina, to Terry Wogan, and don't forget to watch Children in Need. And please
November
donate anything that you
21st.
can. 21st of November. Thank you to Mark Wogan for the fantastic lunch. On tomorrow's show, we'll be queuing up with the star, or even crewing up with the stars of hit BBC Airport series. We've got Jeremy from Aeroflot. And remember him? Anita from the VIP unit and Duty Officer Michelle.
Plus, Jeremy Garrett, who plays Todd in Sweet Valley High. Light lunch. The only show with top quality in-flight food and in-flight entertainment.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Rory Bremner.
Still? So